Life is a journey,
not a destination.
And you don't need to go it alone.
Join me for practical tips and strategies on using mindfulness techniques and creating mindset shifts that can reduce stress, improve productivity, and give you a fresh perspective on work and life.
This is a Candy Factory Mini.
Mastering the Mindful Mindset
with Jose Johnson.
Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Mastering the Mindful Mindset. I'm your host, Jose Johnson. Today, we're going to talk about the power of gratitude. But first, let's set the stage properly by doing a little reset. Now, if you watched episode 1, you'll hopefully remember this exercise. If you haven't watched it yet, don't worry, just go back and you can get all the details, but you can still follow along today. So, either sitting or standing, put one hand just below your belly button, other hand on the small of your back. Imagine your abdomen is a big balloon, and we're going to take a nice deep breath in, filling the belly, deep breath in. And then release the breath, letting it go. Let all the tension go from your body. Again, deep breath in. And let it go. And one more deep breath in. And relaxing, let it go. All right, hopefully that little reset has allowed you to clear your mind and get you in the right state of mind for our time together today. So let's talk about the power of gratitude. What are you grateful for? It's amazing how many people don't feel like they have much to be grateful for. Part of the reason is our brains are hardwired with a negativity bias. And that's a topic that we're going to talk about a little bit more in a future episode. But for today, let's just focus on the positive. Gratitude is defined as the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. And one of the greatest things about gratitude is that it doesn't just help you to feel good. It actually makes you healthier. There's a study done by Drs. Robert Emmons and Michael McCullough where every week participants would write a few short sentences about the week's events. And one group wrote about the things they're grateful for. The second group wrote about their daily irritations and aggravations. And the third wrote about events in a neutral manner. Now, after 10 weeks, those who wrote about gratitude were much more optimistic and felt better about their lives. Makes sense. But better yet, they exercised more and had fewer doctor visits than those who focused on the negatives only. But gratitude doesn't just change your state of mind. Research has shown that when you regularly express gratitude, your brain physically changes. A 2008 study used fMRIs to measure the effects of gratitude on the brain. It showed that multiple regions of the brain synchronized and it activated the hypothalamus and other parts of the brain's reward pathways. So basically, gratitude can boost the production of serotonin and dopamine just like Prozac does, but you don't need a doctor's prescription and there are no nasty side effects. And gratitude doesn't just help us as individuals, it's also a very powerful management tool. A study conducted by the Wharton School showed that employees whose managers expressed gratitude for their work had a 50% increase in their work productivity versus the control group. And gratitude isn't just about appreciating the good things that you have. When you truly have an attitude of gratitude, you will be able to feel gratitude in the times when things aren't going the way that you would prefer them to. So, personally speaking, several years ago, I was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of prostate cancer. And I had a number of complications as a result of the surgeries. And I still deal with them to this day. But the truth is, I'm grateful for everything that I've gone through because I've learned some amazing lessons. And I'm still alive. So what are some ways that you can experience more gratitude in your life? Well, here are a few of my favorites. Number 1, keep a daily gratitude journal. Write down the things that you're grateful for. You can write a story or make a list. But try to start with 3 things. You can do it in the morning or the evening, and perhaps like the morning entry would be about the things that you're going to experience in the day. Like, I'm grateful that I have a job, or I'm grateful I don't have to go to work today. And your evening entry would be about the experiences that you had, like I'm happy that my presentation went well, or I had a great meal with my family. Number 2, Start a gratitude jar. Now, a gratitude jar is very similar to a gratitude journal. Difference is you're writing it on a slip of paper and putting it in a jar. After only a few days, you'll start to see the jar fill, which will remind you that you have things to be grateful for. And if you're feeling a little down, you can just grab a slip or two and remind yourself that things may not be as bad as they seem. Number 3, tell someone you are grateful for them. I recently read a quote saying, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Now, there's several ways you can express your gratitude to others. One simple way is just to say, thank you, or I appreciate you. But I realize that some people have a hard time verbally expressing things. In this case, just send a simple thank you card. Now, you could certainly send an email or a DM on social media, but the best way is to actually handwrite a note, even if it's just a simple thank you in your signature. This is a surprisingly powerful act, and it's useful for businesses as well as individuals. You want your customers to think you really care about them? Send them a handwritten thank you note. Number 4 is a momentum swing. Now, this is similar to my flip the script process for shifting emotional states. Whenever something happens that creates a downward spiral, find at least 3 things about the situation that you are or could be grateful for. Why 3? It has to do with momentum. So let's say you're cruising along in an even state of gratitude. Then something happens to break that mood and you find your mental state moving away from gratitude. Maybe you start to feel grief, jealousy, lack, or anger. When you focus on the first thing to be grateful for, it stops your downward spiral. But you're still at a lower energy state than when you started off. So the second brings you back up to your starting point. And the third expression helps you to move beyond, which is where we should all be striving to be. I mean, you can never be too grateful. If the experience was really traumatic, you may need to do more than 3, but 3 is certainly a good start. Number 5, gratitude meditation. Now, as we discussed in our last episode, meditation is the ability to focus the mind, and sometimes the mind needs to hear an unfamiliar voice to capture its attention. So here's a short guided meditation to get you into a grateful space. Okay? So we're going to start by taking a deep breath in, and as you inhale, we're going to feel energy in, and exhale, relax the body. And again, we take in a deep breath, noticing the way that the air feels as it enters the body. As we exhale, we'll focus on the way the air easily leaves you to rejoin the atmosphere. And again, taking in a nice deep breath, try to feel the oxygen filling every cell in your body with life and energy. Now, gently hold your breath, holding on to the feeling of fullness, and say to yourself, I'm thankful for the air around me and within me. And gently release your breath, being thankful that you can return your breath to the air around you and that the space you create by exhaling allows you the opportunity to breathe again. And as you continue to breathe slowly, fully, and deeply, gently shift your attention to the things around you that are supporting you and be grateful for them. Perhaps it's a chair you're sitting in or the solid floor that you're standing on. Acknowledge them and be thankful for them. Now, shift your attention to the people in your life who love you and support you and make your life a little bit easier. Perhaps it's a family member or a good friend. Maybe it's your mentor or your minister, or maybe it's your hairdresser or your favorite chef or bartender. Focus on them. Focus on the joy that you have in your life because of them. Let that feeling of comfort and safety fill your heart and your mind. Now, say to them, I am grateful for you and for all that you do. Now, think about the people that you don't know, but who work to make your life better, to make the lives of everyone safer or more comfortable. Perhaps it's the staff at your local hospital or the farmers who grow the food that you enjoy. Think about them and the work that they do to make your life better. Let the feeling of appreciation fill your heart and fill your mind. Now, say to them, I am grateful for you and all that you do. Now, think about all of the things that you have. Your home, your clothes, your car, your phone, your computer. All of the things that you have that make your life a little bit easier, that keep you healthy and safe. Think of all of the things that you rely on every day and realize that they are there to serve you without complaint. Be grateful for the convenience that they provide you and say to them, I am grateful for you and all that you do. Now, think about all of the wonders of nature, the air that you breathe, the sun, the moon, the rain that nourishes the flowers, the wildlife, the oceans, the world that we are a part of. Think of all the beauty, all of the resources, all of the magic that surrounds you. And for a moment, find gratitude in the fact that you are alive to not only experience these wonders, but that you are actually an important part of all things. Say to all life, I'm grateful for you in all that you do. Say to the universe, I am grateful for you in all that you do. And say to yourself, I am grateful for you in all that you do. Now, hold on to that feeling of gratitude for yourself and for all things. Realize that there are always things to be grateful for, and that the more gratitude you express, the stronger the feeling grows. Great. Now, how do you feel? Now, remember, you can't have negative emotions like loss, lack, anger, fear, or hatred when you're in a state of gratitude. So when you find yourself slipping into those unproductive emotional states, use the power of gratitude to provide a mental reset. So I want to sincerely express my gratitude to you for choosing to spend a little time with me today. And I hope that you're feeling a little more gratitude as a result of our time together. So make sure you join me again next week for more ways to master your mindful mindset. And as always, if you have a question or a topic you'd like me to cover in a future episode, just drop it in the comment section and I'll be sure to get back with you and to answer it. All right? So, as always, remember, it is what it is, but it becomes what you make it. So make it great. Mastering the Mindful Mindset is part of the Candy Factory mini-series and is a proud member of the Candy Factory Collective. You can find the show streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and you can subscribe to the audio version anywhere you get your podcast.
Jose Johnson has traveled the world competing and teaching martial arts.
He's an entrepreneur, musician, author, and speaker.
Check out Jose's other podcast,
The Trumpet Gurus Hang.
And learn more about his book,
Mindfulness Secrets, at his website,
josejohnson.com.
Mastering the Mindful Mindset is produced by the Candy Factory Collective.
at the Candy Factory co-working campus in Lancaster, PA.
Our music was written and recorded by Jose. Production support by Anna Tran.
Administrative support by Ann Kirby, Ariana Henderson.
Krisha Martzel, Jason Mundock, and Robert Diggs.
Notes and links can be found at the show post at our website,
CandyFactoryCollective.com.
Candy Factory.
Collective.